What's up? It's your girl, Coach Shay Samuels, and I'm in the building. Yo, listen, I have really been on, in my terms, I always say on one. And what that means is I'm dealing with so many different challenges throughout the course of my week. Sometimes I just have this spark of energy where it's like, it causes me to just be on one. That means everything that I'm doing, I'm just knocking it out. I'm thinking about where I want to go. I'm thinking about how I want to do it. I'm just knocking it out. I'm knocking it out in my workouts. I'm knocking it out in the business. I'm knocking it out with the music. I'm knocking it out with the client. So I'm just on one. So you can take that. It's coined by me, but you guys can just take that. If you want to be on one this week, on one this weekend, or this coming week, listen, just be on one, knock it out. But if you are connected with me on Facebook at Shay Samuels, I want you guys I want to say thank you guys for tuning in, because I said I'm going to be doing a live here on YouTube at midnight at noon. And so that's Eastern Standard Time for those of you who might be in Africa following, and all the in India following. And I know that the time is shifted for you, but if you are on, I want to say thank you so much. I do want to give a great big shout out though to all of those who are connected to us. You guys have been so supportive, not just recently, but throughout the course of the year. So we have to give a great big shout out to the connections in Ireland, to the connections in China, our connections in India, in Canada. Shout out to our our Canadian family. You guys rock. Shout out to you guys. Also to those of you in America, but we want to give a shout out to those who are really they are sacrificing their time outside of our regular time zone to see these videos and to support the videos and to share the video. So I just want to give a great big shout out to that. If you have not already subscribed, if you find this video somewhere and you have not subscribed already, please do so. Subscribe to this channel, also to Let's Talk Business Consulting Group, where we share business tips there and also provide consultations and coaching sessions. And yes, I'm always going to talk about those things because that's a part of who we are. Listen, building a community of people who want to be healthy and wealthy, who want to be healed, mind, body, and soul. This is what we do and how we do it every single day. So when you hear me, if I talk to you guys about something we offer, it is to better you. It's to better the way you think. It's to better the way your experiences are when it comes down to either your individual relationships or your business relationships. So you will always hear me say, here's what we have to offer. Why? Because it makes what you do so much more seamlessly. It's not about us. We are the gift that gives you whatever it is that you need to go out for you to walk. You don't go to McDonald's. I just got to say it. You don't go to McDonald's and get upset that McDonald's asks you if you want to upsize your order. You don't go to McDonald's when they say, do you want to upsize that for $1 more? You don't go there and be like, they always trying to sell something. They always trying to do. Yes, that's their job. Their job is to upsell you so they can make more money. Our job is to upsell you so that you have more value to give out as you begin to do whatever it is that you're doing. We have 100% success rate. For those of you who have followed the process, I want to say thank you. We have a strong dealing of clients who are progressing every single day. Literally just got off the phone with one who had an interview yesterday for a podcast, and she's moving forward with it. So I'm telling you guys, this is pivotal for you. Let's Talk Business Consulting Group, LLC. You guys can find us on the other YouTube page. But today, let me go ahead and get into this topic. This topic, your destination requires preparation. Why this topic today? Because I've talked to so many people this week who says they just say, I want it. You know that commercial, it's my money and I want it now. It's like they want everything now. Like they literally are talking about like somebody's like just starting business. Like, how do I get to making money now? Somebody just got into a relationship. How do I tell that person I want to get married now? Somebody started a new job. I'm starting entry level, but how do I get to being a manager now? Y'all know, like you really have to understand that your destination requires preparation. And so what I like to use, hello, I can't see who the person is that's on. Hi, thank you so much. Share this file, share this video. For those of you who are just coming in, I want to say thank you so much. I can't see you guys, but I can see something coming in. I can't see it. Still learning how to work the live. But let me just say this. So if you are planning a trip, and there's so many things. I use this for our business planning. When we're talking to business owners about business planning, it's so important for you to be able to identify first with where you're going. And where you're going is determined by your budget. Where you're going is determined by your budget. So when you literally go out and you start looking, you're for the destination, your destination is contingent upon something. So why are we jumping out there and just saying, I'm going to get on this road, but I don't know where I'm going. I'm getting in this relationship, but I don't know where it's going. I'm going to take this job, but I don't know what the end is going to be. Coach David always says, begin with the end in mind. So your destination should begin with the end in mind. And so there's some things that you have to really take into account as you begin to take this journey. It cannot be, I'm just getting in the car and I'm going. This is why a lot of the businesses are failing. This is why a lot of relationships are failing. A lot of friendships are failing. This is why you might be failing as a parent. This is why you might be failing as a spouse. This is why you might be failing at the job. I'm telling you, because you do not have an end in mind. We're just going around with life all day, every day. We get up, we do the same thing every day. We do the same thing every morning. We do the same thing during the day. We say the same things and we expect a different result. I was sharing with somebody yesterday. I said, if you do push-ups and you do push-ups for 6 months, here's the reality. You're doing push-ups. But in order for you to see a result, you would have to be doing it the right way. And so here a professional comes in and that professional says, you've been doing it incorrectly this whole time. So in a matter of 2 weeks, you literally start seeing results. Here's what we focus on. The 6 months we've been doing it incorrectly. We want to tell people we've been doing this, but you've been doing it incorrectly. If you've been traveling this road of business, if you've been traveling relationship roads and pathways and companionships and all this good stuff, and you don't see a result, I challenge you to start looking at, have you prepared properly for where you're trying to go? Better yet, do you even know what you're trying to do? You know, I've talked to people and I say, why do you want a relationship so bad? They probably watch this and like, she's talking about me, but I've talked to more than one person about this. Listen, they like, why do you want a relationship so bad? And you know, the answer is, I don't know. I don't know. One, it's because that's what the world puts out there, that you have to be in the relationship. Well, God says 2 is better than 1. Yes. In a very healthy to offer the relationship and how for the relationship. These are the type of things I want us to start looking at. These are the things that I'm really, really honing in on. And I've been on one all week about it. Your destination has, you got to prepare for that. It requires preparation. Listen, if you were cooking a meal, and I'm giving practical principles, you guys, because that's what I like to do. If you were cooking a meal and that meal requires a prep time. Everybody's aware of that. If you are a cook or if you have a cookbook, what do they say? Here's your prep time, and this is how long it's going to take. Here's your prep time, and this is how long your prep time in itself is going to take. Why? Because your destination requires preparation. And even before that, it doesn't tell you to get your apron. It doesn't tell you the size knife, but you still have to get those things prepared in order for you to get this meal completed. Once you get the ingredients all put together, you still have to put the food in the oven. If it's something that's made like lasagna, you still have to put the food in the oven. And that has some time. And then they tell you there's a cooling time. Listen, for my cookers out there, I don't know who this was for today, but there's also a warm down time. And it tells you it's going to take this amount of time for it to cool off. So in order for us to eat, which is what we're trying to do, beginning with the end in mind, I'm cooking in the beginning because I'm going to devour this thing at the end. Am I talking to anybody today? I want you guys to share this because your purpose requires you some prep time. What does that look like, Coach Shay? Well, first and foremost, do you know where you're going? If you don't even know what your purpose to do, how in the world are you going to be able to do what you need to do somewhere else? How, when you get there, what are you supposed to do? You don't know. I'm just driving. I'm driving along. I'm taking in the scenery. I'm driving along. I'm taking in the scenery. I still don't know where I'm going. I'm running out of gas while I'm doing it, or I'm paying more out of gas for gas because I don't even know where I'm going. So, I mean, that's another thing. You not knowing where you're going could cost you a lot. I gotta go, you guys. I gotta go. That's nature of the beast, y'all. Nature of the beast. Nature of the beast. Nature of the beast. So, I'm like, I gotta go, but it's still running. So, I want to explain that to you guys, that you have to identify with your purpose first. You got to identify with your purpose. You have to identify with where I'm going and why is it important for me to get there? Who's waiting for me on the other end? I just told somebody again, and I teach this within our Driven by Purpose workshop. Yes, I'm going to tell you guys what we offer because you need it. The Driven by Purpose workshop, I tell you guys, there's a difference between passion and purpose. Passion is inward, purpose is outward. You have to get the class to learn more. But we operate in passion and we just go, I'm excited. Boom, I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to go. Where am I going? Well, I'm going to tell everybody about what I want to do, how I want to do it. What does it lead to? Who's your audience? What are you supposed to be doing when you get there? You got to know these things. You got to know these things. So let's go back to the trip. When you plan your trip, you plan based off of your budget. You guys just say, hey, I think we want to take a trip. Why? Because we've been doing this, because we've been doing that. We just need a vacation, or we want to bring the family together. There's a reason why people take trips. There's a reason why people take trips. Y'all, my phone is just blowing up. I apologize. But there's a reason why people take trips. There's a reason why. And so whatever the reason is, it determines what you want to do. Some people like cold. Some people like hot. Some people can't do people can do a staycation. Some people can do a far vacation. Some people do cruises because they include everything. But regardless of what it is, it's based off of your budget. Your trip is based off of your budget. That's what I talk to my business owners about. But for you, what is it that you're trying to get across? You cannot get there. You can't get to a destination that you don't. Now you got to figure out where we're staying. Are we going to get a rental car? Or what kind of food are we going to eat? Are we going to go to Walmart and get food? Or are we going to just buy out every day? Do they have food that comes with a package? All of that is contingent upon where we're going and what we're doing. You're beginning with the end in mind. The beginning is planning the trip. The end is actually trying to get to the trip. The beginning is planning the trip. The end is enjoying the trip. But I have to prepare myself for it before I get there. So what are you doing to prepare yourself for this journey, whether it's a spiritual journey, an individual growth, personal growth journey, a career journey, friendship journey, relationship journey? What are you doing to prepare for it? All right. Reading books, listening to videos like this, taking in maybe coaching, someone to help you pull through. Maybe some people need therapy, counseling. What is it that you need to do in the beginning with the end in mind? If you want to become a better person, coaching. If you want a better business strategy, consultant. If you want to get in a better relationship, counseling. Listen, there's something for everybody. There's something for everybody. I'm telling you guys this. Not just because it's our business, but this is also our ministry. A lot of people are saying, I'm going to take it to God. Listen, you would have to come on our spiritual coaching on Thursday nights to understand what that means and why it's so important for you to understand that God gave it to you. What is this journey looking like for you if you are beginning with the end in mind? You cannot prep. Listen, I gave y'all 2 examples. You can't even prep food you can't eat food without preparing it. You can't take a trip without preparing for it. You can't even start your day at sometimes, because a lot of people just get up and go, and then they wonder why all this stuff happened, because you didn't prepare. You know, I grew up, my mom used to have us putting our clothes out the night before, just in case something happened. Put the clothes out the night before. We get up, we know what we're wearing. Me, as I got older, I just like, I don't even know. I change clothes 7 times a day, y'all. I'm prepared with one outfit, which is my foundation. And then I just like, don't feel like wearing that today. But you have to prepare. Your destination requires you to prepare. It requires you. Destination requires preparation. I hope that this really blessed you guys today. Listen, there's not much more for me to say in this. If this was a blessing to you, maybe you know somebody that you can share this video with and say, listen, you are going places, but you need to be able to prepare. How do I do that? You cannot sit in 2024, 2025 and beyond with just saying, I know that I'm purpose to do something. I just don't know what that know where to begin. That's how this video came about. Someone keeps, I keep hearing people say, I just don't know where to begin. And that's okay. It begins with preparation. And when I make it practical, it makes so much sense to people, because we've made this whole purpose thing so big. And really, it's just a foundation. Y'all listen, again, a door has a purpose. The doorknob has a purpose. Windows have a purpose. Vehicles have a purpose. Everything around you has a purpose. And we look at it like, if we are not sitting in front of millions of people doing what we should be doing, or what we feel we should be doing, is a day for you to live out on purpose. You get up and and if there's a purpose for that. You brush your teeth. There's a purpose for that. You wash that. It's that simple. We all are walking out purpose day in and day out, and we can't relate to it. But as we're doing that, create a pattern or strategy for yourself that will allow you to identify with your end. So as you begin, you know where you're going. When you get in your vehicle and you put that GPS on, the GPS is saying, here's where you're starting, but this is where you want to end. And in somewhere within that, you'll probably have some detours. You'll probably have, the GPS is going to take you where it knows you should go, right? But then you get there and there's a detour. The detour now is going to tell you where to go. And then the GPS will pick back up and say, okay, now you can take this left or take this right. You have to begin with the end in mind. Listen, Coach David Benton coined that, but it does relate to this video today. Your destination requires preparation. Listen, guys, I'm going to go. I got to make some phone calls. I really do apologize that the phone kept on ringing, but that's just the day in the life of Coach Shay. Share this video and really hone in on that this week. Don't wait. What's my destination? Where am I going? And this week I am going to begin with the end in mind. Mwah. I love you guys.